One is definitely the foundation that's giving a lot of idea on how to position yourself. And I think it's a different entire perspective about job search itself and even career growth as well. Well, job search before was, I think, different kind. So the current company I'm working in, I used to work in. So at that time, I was just, applying and everything. Normally you click on easy apply, have a resume, that typical thing. But even when I started, like after the whole layoff and all, for a couple of weeks, that's what I did. I was just applying, but I didn't get any interview calls or anything. I mean, I knew about the ATS and all, but I thought just, I assumed I did use a couple of free tools to make it ATS friendly, and I thought just doing that would be enough. So I didn't know that I'll have to optimize for each job and everything customized. Yeah, so I
Okay.
think that whole this thing helped, and especially the foundations, because my initial they were about 5 to 6 points, the initial thing that I did. But after going to that caste statement and everything, I was able to add 10 to 12 points to add more detail, to include all the different kinds of keywords that I can include. So some of them, which even though I did not customize the resume, I had casually applied before the everything was foundations and all was done. I did, get through those as well. I did get a screening round and interview for some of those as well. So I think having that master resume also helped, even though I hadn't customized for each job in some of the cases. So yeah, that whole foundation thing is really helpful. So, me and my some of my colleagues, we were all optimizing resumes, and one of my colleagues, who is also a client, you know her, I think, yeah. So we actually found out this NxtJob tool. She just used it to make it ATS friendly. So I thought I would also use the tool, and I think when I signed up, I got the link for the free video training, and I thought let me free video training for about 10 years. So I thought let me check it out, and it prompted me to book a call, strategic call, and after the strategic call, I realized that what all things, doubts, questions that I needed guidance, and I realized that it would be helpful. So. A couple of things, like I knew I had an idea that I need to customize for each resume, customize the resume for each job, and all I had seen somewhere, I had read about it somewhere, and also I knew that LinkedIn side of thing that I need to improve. So when I watched the strategic call, I got to know that all those things that will be covered here. So it was like multiple things. What are the things that was lacking, which I knew I needed help? And of course, I can watch thousands of YouTube videos or free resources, but that is very time consuming. And also, when I got to know that there will be an intern who will be actually doing the networking, those heavy lifting, so that I can focus on the interview, I realized that that would be helpful. And
Okay.
I decided, yeah. So I think including the benefits, it would be probably 25%. Yeah, my initial target was around 15 LPA, but I think after during the foundation stage, I realized that for the number of years of experience I have, it's not the industry standards as well. So that also I need to consider. So
Okay. And what is the company name?
Newfold Digital. It's a parent company of It owns a lot of brands, one of which is Bluehost. It's a website hosting provider. So I'll be working for that particular group.
Okay. And before
Interestingly, I am a Bluehost customer. I have my own website. I have one. So
yeah,
personal
yeah.
website. Yeah. As of, I have two more interviews lined up. In one, I had initial 2-3 screening rounds and the technical round. So they're sharing the assignment for me. And another one, I have final round, which was supposed to happen today face to face, but I'm not feeling well, so it's been postponed to Tuesday. I think the whole win document helped me because well, with SEO, the thing is they share always, and they always ask us to do an assignment. So I thought maybe it's not required. But also, I think in the videos that Major Richik has mentioned that do win documents mainly for the uh, jobs that you really want to do. And this one particular was looking at the job description, and after having the first round of interview, I realized that this is something actually aligns with my career goals as well. So I created a win document, and after the assignment, after 2 days, I got the email scheduling the second final round of interview. So I had 2 days of time. So in the around 6:30, I had the final round. Before that morning, I actually created the win document. Although in the interview they didn't, I just got a one sentence feedback saying that it's good, but there are some changes or in what plan they had in my mind. There's some slight misalignment. Of course, I didn't have the all the details that they had, but most of the questions was around the assignment I did. So I thought, okay, I did win document. Probably it didn't help much, but later during the offer discussion, I got to know that that's something actually stood out. They were really happy that I actually created a win document because I put so much of time and effort, and not all candidates do. So that was definitely one of the driving factor. I got to know that. A lot, because until now my approach to career growth, I mean, looking for a job was entirely different. I think moving forward, if I have to change a job again, I have a strong grasp now how to go about it, and also LinkedIn hacks and everything. One of this particular was actually inbound job offer. So I actually wrote a post saying that since I was laid off, it was completely safe for me to put a post on LinkedIn saying that I'm looking for a job. I tagged two of my mentors and ex-bosses in that, thanking them for how much for their role in my growth in that particular company. And in my back of my mind, part of me was hoping that I hope tagging these people, will increase the visibility, the same thing that we had mentioned in the videos. So I was hoping that I hope someone will see this. I think that exactly happened. So the SEO director in this company saw that, and since he knew one of the persons I tagged, so again, what the whole next job is all about, going through reference. So that also played a role. I was a little skeptical about the whole, getting reference, because I thought, why would anyone who doesn't know me give me a reference? How does this even work? I was a little skeptical about it, because in the previous company when they were hiring, they had specifically told us, don't give reference to people whom you personally don't know. And I was a little skeptical when someone asked, like, can you give me referral? I was like, no, I don't know you. How can I give you a referral? So I was a little skeptical. I thought it might not work, but I think I've seen that people are willing. Of course, they will check your resume first, and if they feel that this person is something that can be, in fact, one of the other companies that I got interviewed for. I just shared my resume with the potential referral, but turns out he's the one who actually took my interview.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's interesting. So luckily the HR had told me that he'll be taking my interview, so I did not message him earlier asking him what are the challenges you're facing and everything. But yeah, I think in the overall NxtJob thing, what was more of an eye opener for me is whatever interview, like any uh, information you consume content online, most focus on what you need to say. But in next job, it is more about what we are taught how the recruiters think. I think that is one most important thing which I haven't seen others doing. How to get understand what they are thinking. Even the like for example, how tell me about yourself. So all the videos, all the playbook, it's all about if there is a question, what is actually the interview looking for. So knowing that, understanding that actually allows you to better prepare for it. I did not go through the interview mastery playbook initially because I started getting interviews before that. But knowing that helped me tailor those important questions. I think in overall it has helped a lot. Also, like even LinkedIn optimization, because one of the inbound ones was actually through LinkedIn. I couldn't even find the job description in a job posting online after I got the HR call. But I did see a profile view on LinkedIn, so I realized that the recruiter had, thankfully, since I had followed all the playbook and made the all the required optimizations, profile optimization. That was my very first interview call. It was an inbound thing through LinkedIn because of all the optimization that we. I haven't done any career coaching program before, but whatever the content that I have consumed till now, and I think NextJob has a different approach to it, more from a recruiter's perspective. More than this is the standard answer and this is standard question, standard interview question. This is the standard answer you need to give. I think one most important thing, like I mentioned, like tell me about yourself. So since I was able to highlight my achievements, I think in one of the videos it was mentioned that these questions, the very first question tells the interviewer, gives an idea what kind of questions they need to ask the candidate. So when I positioned myself in a particular way during that, even they used to get an idea on what kind of questions they need to ask me, and most of the questions I was able to answer because they were always focused on my strengths, luckily. Or not maybe luckily, but yeah, subconsciously I had implemented that, the thing that I learned. A huge actually. Initially, I was sort of terrified of attending interviews. I didn't have the confidence, but going through that, especially the caste statement foundations, helped me realize what are my strengths and how to actually leverage them better. And coming up with those caste statements, even I didn't realize that I had so much of wins that I could show. I was not at all aware of that. I think that also boosted me it boosted my confidence. And before the interview, I was prepared. Like I knew what the things that I can mention. I think it would be mostly the foundation itself, the initial stage. That I know it was very elaborate and bit tiresome. So many things I had to do, and I was wondering how people with jobs would do it. I mean, in my case, I was out of jobs, yet it took so much of time to. Uh, there's so much of content there, all those videos. it was like never ending. I was like, when will I finish these videos? There were a lot, but definitely helpful. I can't imagine how people with job would manage this, but I think almost every video I had a wow moment. Most of them, it was a different perspective, things that I haven't done before, especially with the body language, communication, and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, most important, that whole connection story. I mean, I didn't have to come up with the story for each and every time, but I didn't know it would make such a huge impact.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
yeah, the other day, one of the companies I had casually applied. I didn't have a connection story. I had just clicked probably easy apply. So the HR called me, and on the call he asked me, what made you apply? So I didn't have a connection story, but immediately I actually Google looked at the company, and on the fly I was actually able to think about an connection story. And yeah, I think he was impressed. I did get an interview with that. One is definitely the foundation, that's giving a lot of idea on how to position yourself. And I think it's a different entire perspective about job search itself, and even career growth as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the tool is also very helpful. I mean, because customizing your resume for each, each job can be, if you're doing manually or even if you're using ChatGPT, like still manual, you might have to check, and ChatGPT might miss out some things, but this tool, like on the fly, you can check. That is really helpful. And also the interview tool. Although I did not use it to its full extent, because in my case, I think I was doing well with actual interview when the pressure is on and there's a person in front of me over to recording the answer in front of a camera in my case, but it was still useful. You could get some sample questions and everything.
Yes.